Hi everyone, I'm James from Centurion Running. Today I'm going to take you through how to pack your mandatory kit for ultra distance trail races. I'm going to do that with three events in mind: UTMB, the Lakeland 100 and any one of the Centurion Running 100 milers. So the pack or race vest I'm going to use is this year's Salomon Ultra Sense 3 set. This is a 3 litre backpack, so if you've got any more capacity than that, you can absolutely fit everything you require under the gear list rules for any one of those three races and a whole lot more. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take a dry bag, and I'm going to store in that the emergency equipment, stuff that I'm only going to need if I come unstuck out on the course. Races like Lakeland require that you finish with this stuff intact and usable, such that obviously they will get you out of trouble should the situation arise. First thing, 180 gram base layer. This is a La Sportiva base layer that weighs slightly more than that. Very comfortable. Goes in the bottom of the dry bag, nicely folded. Waterproof trousers. These are the Salomon 2015 Bonatti waterproof trousers. We stock the Bonatti waterproof jacket and trousers because they're incredibly lightweight, but they're 10,000mm waterproof with tape seams. Pass gear check at any one of those races and keep you nice and dry out on the course. Tights. UTMB require a tight to be carried on top of the waterproof trousers, as do Lakeland. These are the Salomon Endurance Tight for 2015. I'm actually going to carry an XL here just to show that clothing size doesn't necessarily have to affect the amount of space in your bag. A couple of other things. My foil blanket or full body cover has to be 2 meters by 1.4 meters minimum, required by all three events. A warm hat, which for UTMB is required on top of a buff. My whistle, and 400 calories of additional food. Now I've got 4 energy gels in here which happen to be Goose because they pack nice and small. So I'm going to put them in a plastic bag so they don't burst and split all over the clothing inside. So that there is kit that I'm going to pack as small as I can into the rear of the bag, because I'm hoping, all being well, not to use it at all during the race. Should I need to use it, it's still very easily accessible. I'm going to compress that down flat so that it sits into the small of my back and it doesn't bounce, rub or chafe as much that way. So ideally it should look something like a loaf of bread. And on the Salomon 3 set, this ultra set, it slips straight into the top of the bag there and will not move when you're running. On the front of the pack, first thing, soft flasks or water carrying capacity. Every race requires that you carry at least a litre. These are 500ml soft flasks, and I'm going to start with those available right from the gun, because quite frankly at some point during the race I'm going to need to carry more than 500ml. I'm going to provision that from the outset. Into the side pocket I'm going to store my headlamps. 2 headlamps rather than 1, because should you fall and crack the primary lamp or the bulb goes, no amount of spare batteries will save you. So my primary utility lamp, a Petzl Tikka RXP, and my backup lamp, a fantastic little piece of kit, the Petzl E+Lite, which at 25 grams is going to get you out of trouble. Now this side pocket's pretty deep. I'm also going to get in there my first aid kit, including spare back bandage and plasters, and some S-caps. These are electrolyte supplement that are easy and quick to use, much more so than powdered drink. There's still loads of space in that side pocket, but I'm not going to need that. In the other side, my map and compass, something that you don't require for UTMB, absolutely something you're going to need quite frequently at Lakeland and have as an emergency for Centurion races. I'm also going to put in there some spare cash, and this 150ml Salomon soft cut. Now these are a great piece of kit. They're only a £5. They're required by UTMB. You can use something like a cut up Ribena carton. They will pass gear check at UTMB for hot drinks, but these allow you to come in quickly, take the hot drink, fold it back up and move on once you're done. Something required by all 3 events: a mobile phone. I'm also going to pack an Exped waterproof phone case. That's just in case conditions are atrocious. I really don't want to break my phone, so I'm going to put them in the front of my race vest, together with a spare buff and waterproof gloves, which is something that all 3 races require. So these are the Salomon XT Wings waterproof glove. There's still plenty of space in that front pocket even after I've got all those things in there. Two things that aren't on any mandatory kit list, what I call a shit kit, a bunch of toilet roll and a plastic bag, you never know, and some Bodyglide, the bane of all ultra distance races, chafing. I personally think it's one of the most important pieces of kit you can carry with you. So again, they're going to be pride of place and easily accessible at the top of the race vest. That's largely it for the mandatory kit, with a few things missing. First thing I'm going to add on top of all that, which isn't obligatory, is spare calories. I'm going to take 1,000 calories or 10 goos, and I'm going to get them in the front pocket here. Now, as a fueling strategy, 10 goos might appall some people. However, for me, I know that's going to work. You could easily replace that with real food there in the front pocket. Fits in, no issues at all, and I could get a lot more in there besides. So let's put that pack on now, see how it feels, see how much movement there is in it. Obviously, the one thing I haven't got is the water in the soft flask in the front, which will add a kilo, so it's worth training and practicing with the extra weight in the front. The Salomon race vest for 2015 is so light, fits like a piece of clothing, and actually when it's full it should also continue to fit like a piece of clothing with very little movement. There's two things missing. Firstly, my arm warmers. Not the most fashionable piece of kit, but they're very functional, because when I put my waterproof jacket on, if it's wet and the material's in touch with the skin, it will chill me quite quickly. I want to avoid that, so I'll keep them rolled up around my wrist from the start and then use them if it starts to rain. Now, my waterproof jacket, this is a Bonatti, Salomon Bonatti waterproof jacket, again waterproof to 10,000 millimeters. This race vest has a really handy additional kangaroo pouch in the back. Now, I can get my jacket in there easily, no hassle. I can also reach for it and waterproof all my kit in one fell swoop. So if I just remove that, put it over the whole lot, I don't have to take my race vest off, I don't have to unpack anything if it starts to get wet. I've got my jacket ready, and it will cover everything in my bag and me, and waterproof the whole lot. So as you can see, I've got all my mandatory kit. It's packed with an additional 1,000 calories of energy gels, and it's under my jacket, completely waterproof, and there's still ample space in that 3 set to get more in there. So if you're carrying more than 3 litres, just consider whether you actually need it, and pack down to size if you can, so that you minimise the weight you're carrying around the course.